Hi, welcome back to Atkinson Flowers Law. I am Nadine Atkinson Flowers, U.S. immigration attorney and Jamaican attorney, giving you 5 tips today to help you along that road to U.S. immigration success. 1. Make sure that any document that you're sending to USCIS or to the consulate overseas is legible, meaning it is easily read. It doesn't make sense for you to send a document and the officer cannot read it. That only aggravates them and ensures that your document is probably going to be put to the bottom of the pile. So make sure all your documents are legible. A lot of people like to take pictures with their phones, but sometimes the quality of those documents will be bad. So it's a little better to spend that extra time to make sure that you go to one of those places that you can scan and take good pictures or good quality documents to send off with your filing. 2, make sure that any affidavits that you're sending are consistent. It is extremely important that all of the documents speak as one when you are submitting any kind of paperwork to USCIS or to your local consulate. So simple things. The date of birth must match what's on your birth certificate, obviously, but something even a little more simple. The names that are in those affidavits. Some persons might be known to their friends as one thing, but on their official documents, they're known as something else. So make sure that all of those things are consistent. And number 3, it's extremely important to make sure that, especially if you're doing an online filing, you scan the documents as one file. USCIS officers or the consular officers are not going to spend the time sifting through hundreds of pages of single documents. So please scan and reduce the size of those documents so that they're more manageable, giving the officer the feeling that, wow, let me have a look at this document that this person has submitted. Remember, these people are looking at millions of documents in any one year. Your job is to make sure they approve your document. And the best way to do that is to give them that roadmap. And number 4, if you are sending as a sponsor affidavit of support documents, you must ensure that you're sending proof of your IRS status. Therefore, you're going to need to send your social security number. Many persons are hesitant to send their social security numbers because they're of the view that they might be opening themselves to identity theft and their data is not private. But the onus is on you to make sure that you explain to the person who's doing the affidavit of support for you that USCIS requires the social security number. And if they're not going to provide that social security number, it doesn't make sense for you to have that person do an affidavit of support for you. And 5, the last point. Anybody who is doing an affidavit for you, USCIS usually requires what they call proof of your U.S. status. What does that mean? Were you born in the United States? Are you a green card holder? Are you a naturalized citizen? Are you a lawful permanent resident holder, which is a green card holder? Do you have some other U.S. status? Are you a student? All of the above are possible U.S. Visa categories, are U.S. visa status, are proof of U.S. status. You know, if you're a citizen, or you're not. And why is this important? It's extremely important because USCIS wants to know, one, you're a real person, and two, they also want to know that this person, if necessary, will come and be willing to speak with them about this particular individual that they're doing an affidavit for. So as an attorney, I always advise clients, if you know that the person who's going to give an affidavit for you doesn't have U.S. status, for example, somebody who is a visa overstay or undocumented, you may not want that person to give you an affidavit because that person may well be exposing himself or exposing herself to U.S. immigration. So it's always very important to explain to persons who are going to do affidavits on your behalf that it is a possibility that USCIS can ask them to come in and speak about what they have written about you in that affidavit. Those are some very core but crucial tips that sometimes people tend to forget. And remember, our goal is to be approved. So if we can lay out that roadmap, lay out that framework that increases our chances of approval, we're much better off. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and let us know the topics that you want us to talk about here at Atkinson Flowers Law. You can contact us online. You can contact us by phone, 484-995-7260, or any of our other contact points.